Good day, Fish Addicts is here coming at you. I haven't been here in a little while. We've been really busy. Today's video we're going to be doing it on sponge filters. Now a lot of you that visit our store will notice that a lot of our tanks are run by sponge filter. It's probably one of the most basic biological filters. It is a little bit mechanical. It's not a chemical filter whatsoever. But it's a very, very basic, easy to use. I get a lot of questions about them, how they work. A lot of people don't understand the concept. So today I'm going to go over a few things about our sponge filters and how you can set them up and how to take advantage of these things. So to start off, the sponge filters themselves will come in a range of sizes. Anywhere from a 10-gallon tank all the way up to a tank that can do 250 gallons and everything in between. So today what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with our 60 because it's a very easy one. It's a mid-sized one. It's probably one of the more common ones we sell, the 40s and the 60s. So basically break down how this works. You're going to take some ear line. You're going to need ideally a check valve. If you are going to run multiples, you can always use these gang valves. So basically you hook up your ear pump to this, which gives you 4 different lines. You can get them bigger, you can get them smaller to run multiple aquariums or multiple ornaments or whatever you're going to use in your tank. And last but not least, you're going to need is your ear pumps. I just grabbed 2 samples. We've got the Tetra, I've got a Fluval, great ear pumps. Quality wise there is a little bit of difference in them, and so same comes with the price. So I'm just going to use a Tetra because it's nice and small, easier for me to handle. To go over the first little thing here is what we call the check valve. This little $5 or $6 piece is a huge money saver. If you put your ear pump to the side of your fish tank or below your fish tank, you're going to want to put a check valve in, because what can happen to you when the check valve is, when the ear pump is running, everything is great, but if we get a power outage or your breaker pops on your power bar or whatnot, you can get a back siphon of water through your ear line back through your ear pump. For one, it will destroy your ear pump because it's an electric motor. 2, it can actually literally drain your entire fish tank to the floor, killing everything inside of it and not counting how much damage can be done to your floor depending on the size of the tank, if you have a sweep below you, etc., etc. The only time you don't need a check valve is if you're sitting your pump above the water level, because the water won't back siphon up to the pump. So for $5-6, major little piece of insurance, peace of mind, I definitely recommend anybody getting one in there. So how are these things set up? Here's the really basic part about it. You'll see they have a stack. So basically how you do it, you run your simple ear line. I'm using black just to probably make it a little bit easier, although I am wearing a black shirt, so I don't know how great that's going to work. Your ear line just runs down through a little clear pipe it has. Now inside here, I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a small nipple that you can hook your ear line over. Me personally, I don't like using that nipple because I find it clogs a lot quicker. So a lot of times what I'll do, if you're looking inside here, and like I said, I'm not sure how well this is going to zoom in, you could always slide your ear line down past that, right down inside. Now what happens is, as air's getting pumped down inside of here, the oxygen automatically will actually flow, go back straight to the surface. Well, what happens as that air bubbles are pulling up through here, it's causing a suction to drag water with it. Hence, it brings water in through the sides and flows out through the top. And this is what will happen with these. This is how a sponge filter works. If you really want to juice these up, you can actually even put a power head and sit at the intake stem right in the top of this to really kick these things overdrive. But they're really, really simple. All you have to do is once a month, just take it apart. You just simply take your sponge off, give it a squeeze out, and you're ready to go. Remember, if you're going to squeeze this in water to squeeze out all the goodies, make sure you use water from your aquarium. So when you're doing a water change, I recommend putting some of that water in a bucket. Like any filter media, this is full of biological. You do not want to damage this biological as least amount of possible. Just give it a couple squeezes. Just simply slide it back over like that. Put that back on, and you're done. That's your maintenance. You can't get much more simpler than this. Then the next part, like I said, your check valve. Your check valve can go anywhere in line between the filter and your ear pump. It doesn't really matter where you put it. I usually try to put it a little closer to the ear pump just so I know where it's to. It's easier to find than me following an ear line. Just cut it open, put it in there. A little trick with the ear line, if you find that when you put in your check valve, if the thing stops bubbling, that means you put it in backwards. It's a simple solution. Spin it around and you'll be up and going. They come in a lot of different sizes, anywhere like I said from a 10 gallon up to a 250. They're the most basic biological, but they are a time saver. Especially too, I find in tanks, if you want to have, in case you need a quarantine tank, you can run a little tiny sponge filter with your main filter system in your tank. If you do get sick fish or you get some new fish, you can easily take that little sponge filter and move it into another tank, and now that tank is instantly cycled for you. It cuts down on a lot of time. They're fairly cheap, from $5, $6 or $7, right up to, I mean, you can spend $40 on a massive one. But hands down, they are an amazing little biological filter. I definitely recommend having one, or at least having one as a spare. So this will be it for this video. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and you guys have a great day.